right, so today's video, we have a gold 3 tank on PC playing D.Va. Oh boy, this description starts off strong. This is the game that made me toxic. Wow. I'm usually extremely chill and don't use the chat often, but this time I exploded. I told my team I was hard carrying them. I know stats by themselves ain't that useful, but in this case, I think they were pretty self-explanatory. Now that I'm relaxed, I'm thinking that probably there are some things I should have done better, and while I did a lot of things, I don't know if I did the best things or what I should have done differently. D.Va is absolutely my main, to the point I almost one-trick her. This said, I know I'm struggling to understand the more brawl and anti-dive side of D.Va, since I play her almost like a Winston or a... Okay, yeah, like, so you're saying you play like the playstyle of a Winston or like a Doomfist. Okay, I gotcha. I'm here humbly hoping the god of divas may hear my cry so that I can get better faster. I mean, I don't know. Listen, I can play D.Va. I don't know about that, though. My ideal goal for Season 15 is Plat 5, but I would be happy with a Gold 1. You peaked Gold 2. Keep up the good work. Love your streams. All right, so, first of all, I'm looking at the kill feed, or like the scoreboard here. I'll be real with you, this seems completely normal to me. Having extra limbs as D.Va is completely normal. Because you're doing a lot of like random one-shot chip damage that counts. Let's see how your D.Va is on Shambali at that too, so. Let's see how this goes. Going top left right away. Okay. Already made a mistake here. No reason to fly 4 feet up the stairs to have your cooldown here. Now, it's not going to be a big deal, but one thing that I've had to learn with D.Va is you have to learn when to use your flight cooldown and when not to. It's going to be fine, but already I wanted to pause right there because I saw you use that, and that just was like, what? So there you go. Okay. You got out. That's fine. As long as you get out there, I'm okay with that. All right, you didn't get out. I got you. Again, when you overcommit your flight cooldown, okay, I'm already gonna pause. I've already seen you overcommit your flight cooldown twice. Like, there's no point to try to do like this extra boop damage with that. You use that to finish a kill and get out, not fly into them and get a kill. That's what I do usually. Yeah. Is like, I will save my flight cooldown for the last moment so I have an escape tool or a way to finish a kill. You're just flying into people and hoping for the best. Now, if this was, let's say, the early days of Overwatch 2, where they had more damage on the flight, it makes a little bit more sense, right? You have a little bit more brawlability, you can finish a kill easier. This version of flight is more like as like a disruptor than it is like a damage doer. Doesn't mean you won't get kills with it, but be careful of that. Good kill on the Winston overfed. Okay. All right. Going for the Junkrat. Now, the problem you're doing here... Want my take here? Leave him here for now. Straight up. Look at this. Like, if this happens and people get distracted too hard, right? I kind of want to showcase like a moment here that happens in Overwatch all the time. It's a good time to do it, okay? Like, the amount of times I see people try to like go for people that are far behind. So the way I look at this, let's go up for a second, right? We're going on the high ground here. When I look at this, right? What is the problem that we all see? Right? You're going, yeah, the Junkrat and the Mercy are back there. Uh-huh. So in my mind, I'm going here. We have a huge numbers advantage. You're like, yeah, but like, what if the Junkrat comes behind and kills us? Listen, one thing is entirely for sure. You are going to know when that Junkrat is close, right? You know when that Junkrat's going to be close. So you go take a numbers advantage up here. You get kills, you push the cart, you just win. Eventually, you're going to hear the Junkrat stomping behind you, and you're going to be able to get those free kills. But if not, you need to have, like, everybody needs to commit to the same thing. Either A, your teammates all come back and help, and you get the kills, and you go back in, right? Or B, you all go together here, get the kills up here, and then help when the Junkrat comes back. But I see this happen so much where everybody, like, gets distracted by, like, one person in the back line, and then one person tries to deal with it. So in this situation, just go with your team. There's no point to go for chase them right now. You might even get the kills on them, and it might be fine. But I'm telling you, this is how you'll lose games sometimes. Is you'll go and chase people so far behind, okay. And then you made the right decision. Good job. I'm glad that after all that, you made the right decision. There you go. Now you get a free kill on a Moira, you push up, and then now you're set. Perfect. Good reaction there, good decision making. Yep. In the meantime, the Junkrat, there he is. And there's the Junkrat. Behind you, kills a Moira. I don't know how that happens. I'm okay with you going for the Ashe, though. This one's fine for now because it's a free kill. Yep, then you go back. There's the Mercy, and then you get the point. Good decision making by you there to leave the back line. I'm glad you didn't like commit to that. I've seen people do it all the time, so I'm glad that you made that decision. Go for Moira on cart. You can go for Winston too. Both are fine, but Moira you did see use fade. Good flight control. Good job. I guess somebody watching this right now, it's also your birthday if you're watching this. I don't know what day this video's out in, but hey, happy birthday if someone's watching it too, see? There's gotta be somebody who'll be watching this video and it's their birthday. Huh? What rank is this? Gold. Alright, backline pressure's fine for now. You have your ultimate. I'm a little bit wary of doing that. Okay. I mean, I'll see what happens there. I mean, I'm not gonna question that one. Okay. That's called trying to do too much. Like, trying to duel a sim there. Not as ideal. I'm okay for this, going for the junk, right? Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Hey, even... You gonna? Heck yeah, I'm glad you enjoy. Thank you. I appreciate that. This is fine. Again, chat. I want to help people out with this one a little bit too. Sometimes, like, when you don't see your Wrecking Ball, for example, that's what your Wrecking Ball is doing. So I just want to point that out where, like, sometimes people are like, hey, Wrecking Ball isn't doing anything. What are you doing, Wrecking Ball? I know we're watching a D.Va. This is what, like, your Wrecking Ball is seeing sometimes. So, like, you don't ever see your tank and you're assuming they're doing nothing, but in reality, they're actually doing a lot in, like, the front line. Sometimes you got to give a little bit of wiggle room to the dive tanks because, like, you may not see them at times. You may not see them at times. And that's kind of what you're seeing with the D.Va here, where the D.Va's being aggressive in, like, in the back line, and you may not see your D.Va from your point of view, but this is what your D.Va's doing. No, I'm talking about with Wrecking Ball because, so, to give you an idea of why I brought up Wrecking Ball, is I talk about a lot of time where Wrecking Ball has this, like, perceived value where you're doing nothing, but in reality, the Wrecking Ball is doing a lot. That's why, if you haven't noticed, Blizzard's tried to add some utility to Wrecking Ball to make it so teammates can see the effectiveness of a ball, whether that's given overshield. I'm pointing out that this type of play style is, like, what can happen with a lot of dive tanks where people assume they're doing nothing, right? But in reality, that's what's happening. They're in the back line killing someone. People are distracted. Things like that. Should be a free kill here. So, like, for example, what was good about the D.Va play there was went to the back line, killed the Junkrat, came back, helped kill the Winston, and then should be a free point. I mean, I don't think the Junkrat will be able to do much. Yep. Be careful of dueling the sim. I fall into this sometimes too. If that sim gets the perk, it's going to be almost impossible to kill that sim. The perk is where, like, you attach to the sim TP and you can, like, heal yourself or something. So hard to kill a sim during that. Especially as D.Va. That's just a bunch of ults. You're going to fall over here. This is normal. Yep. She only gets like 20 HPS for it. You'd be very surprised. You have to remember, is Symmetra getting even a little bit of healing with where Symmetra's HP is at against the D.Va, who D.Va, you know, you would argue D.Va struggles against Zarya too, right? Where you have like the beam. Symmetra has the same thing. So when you get a little bit of HP, Symmetras can shred you because they're gonna charge up too and do a lot of damage. So it's like one of those duels that, like, I take them all the time against Sims, and it can be, like, tough. It's not like... It's like, if they're, like, there's no TP around them, etc., this is a free kill type of thing, right? But if you try to, like, duel them in, like, the right spot for, like, a Sim, it's tough. Yeah. Be careful of this, but I see what your vision was. Low HP, why get in your mech? Don't waste time. Good job. I'm glad we have more and more players eating the Junkrat passive to guarantee your teammates don't run into them and die. So... so far, you've been playing fairly well. Outside of overcommitting your flight cooldown sometimes, I think, like, you've been doing a good job. This is a free sim kill. Right, TP. Okay, now you're good. Okay, good job. Apparently, the Mercy decided that the better option was to let the sim die to res them, and then die to the res. Okay, you can eat the Junkrat passive, yes. Yep. That way you just don't let your teammates die to that. Like, all right, so far, a good attack. So far, a good attack. Like, I don't have any, like, super, like rough, you know, issues with how you played that. I think it was so far so good. All right. We have a Rhine now. I never realized Rhine's fire strikes were blue during that. Is that the skin or is that the replay viewer? That's the skin? It's the mythic skin? Okay. That's why I got confused. People don't use that mythic skin combo a lot, right? Is that why I'm confused? I feel like that's not the most common one that you see of that mythic skin. I see a much like, I usually see a different like combo of this, so I got confused when I saw that at first. The combo I see, I'm trying to remember what it is. Like it's the one where he has like more of the stuff. That makes sense. Like more of the armor and all that. Yeah, he went like that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I got confused. I'm like, wait, that's cool. I never realized it was blue. I guess I just never paid attention to that. All right, here we go. Or I don't play against many Rhines. I guess that's too. All right, this peel's fine for now. That's fine. That Reinhardt's going to be aggressive. Melee. Yep, there you go. Good job. We're on Mercy Lucio, too, so the heals are going to be a lot less for them. Good job. Widow's to your top right. You're going to want to stop going for the Lucio in a second to guarantee you get a kill on a Widow. Never mind. I just watched your Junkrat Goomba stomp the Widow. So you're good. Literally came out of nowhere. There's Ryan on point. Overcommit and flight again. I talked about that. That's one thing I'm talking about. You do that where you overcommit your flight to people. Remember, the damage isn't as good as like it used to be, so like you're sometimes wasting like a valuable cooldown for like very minimal damage. Again, it's fine to do it sometimes, but you want to do it when you're not going to get yourself possibly demacked or forced into an ult situation, which is what just happened. Yep. Oh, I saw Proto. Yep. Yep. Yeah. You're again overcommitted. You're doing a good job mechanically of getting kills, but like you were mentioning your teammates earlier about how this is a game that you became toxic during, etc. Like what are your teammates gonna be able to do to help? Everybody's reset now. You lost the team fight. Your Moira's back here. Your teammates running back from spawn. I guess like you can argue like, oh, you're just you're resetting on card, etc. So I can give you that. But, like, make sure you reset on the cart and you're dying back here, right? Things like that. Like, little things like that can add up, and that's how you get snowballed. That's how you lose team fights. You need to... Those extra seconds sometimes are the make or break of why you win a game, right? Like, so dying on cart there a little bit sooner, let's see where your retake is now. Are you going to make it back to cart in time? Or your teammates forced to get back in cart in time? Nope, don't even make it back, right? Say you get on the cart 5 seconds sooner, right? Big slam alert. You get, like... to cart 5 seconds sooner, now you have a better retake. Now maybe, Rhine shatters you on point, but you survive, you have Moira ultimate, you stay alive on point, you tire, now you hold the first point for an extra 2 minutes. Little things like that can make or break a game. Here again, you're staggering yourself, so rather than back up with your team and survive, you decide to go down there. You might have gotten booped down too. Either way, again, you're feeding in, and now you're giving up more time. So you can talk about your teammates all day long with that, but like, so far, you going in and doing that has resulted in what's happening now. Your teammates can't save that. Unless they overcommit all their ultimates, but like if the answer to like keeping you alive during these plays is to overcommit all their ultimates to keep you alive, it's probably not going to go well, right? So now you're snowballed. Your team's getting snowballed. See? Going for the Junkrat's the correct play now. You need to get numbers back. So getting a kill here might be a good thing for your team. Now don't get too distracted, right? There you go. Watch for the Mercy. That Mercy's going to... Great tire by your teammate there to help get back to the point here. And there you go. Bit of a late ball, but it works. Okay. So again, that was a great job by your teammates to help bring that back with you, right? And now you got the point back after a bunch of snowballing. See? All right, there you go. Yeah. Okay. Do you see what you're doing? You're going the Danny DeVito right now. You keep blasting. You need to stop for a second. You need to settle. You win a team fight. Let's stop. Wait a second, right? Why are you just constantly going back in? And then you're like, yeah, but I carried this game. I'm so mad at my teammates. Like, dude, look where the card is. There's a Lucio back here. Just stay back and win the team fight and then go back in after. You don't need to go in and feed. Also, this mech got annihilated. Look at that. I never even knew the mech did this. All right. Okay, you said, here you felt that pushing around was the play. I can see now it wasn't. Okay, gotcha. And there you go. Then you get killed by the Junkrat. You don't have a res. Now you go from having a really good advantage to like, okay, now it's... Maybe your teammates lose this. Okay, now they're res. Now the Ryan's back. Good luck to your teammates. And then you're going to lose the point. See? Now you've just lost the team fight. Boom. So, while you were mentioning your team, I basically have watched you get snowballed by being really aggressive for multiple team fights in a row. So, at no point was that on your teammates. This has been what you... That's fine. I get what you're doing. You see a Junkrat out of position. I don't like the height of the ultimate, but if you use your ultimate correctly there and give it more of like a... Okay, so when you... This is for D.Va ults. A lot of D.Va players will just like launch their ult up into the air like this, angle it more. Like, fly in, give it like the bar a little bit before it gets... probably like a fourth the way through. Launch it. It will land about here. The Junkrat's easily killed. Easy way to practice this is going to the training range. Straight up. You go to the training range, you get that muscle memory down pretty quickly. Not muscle memory down, but you can get like, you can have an idea of like the distance. I see a lot of people overcommit their ultimates too far on the bar, and it goes up into the sky. I even do it sometimes, and when I do it, you'll say, oh, I got the Pharah. They don't have a Pharah on the team. That's because I hecked up how I wanted to do it, so. But you go to the training range and practice that. Big slam alert. What are you watching? This is a spectating game. Chalk that slammed in and hit. Oh, I get hit by shatters on different maps. So I just kind of was like, wow. All right, so just so I can make things clear here, right? And you talked about how you were carrying your team and you were getting angry about it, etc. I don't know if you're seeing the same, like, you've basically been all the way since here. You have just fed in and over again. Since right here. Since this point in the map, you have fed in over and over again. All right? So what I'm trying to say here is I think mechanically, you're making a lot of great plays. For being in gold, mechanics are looking good. You're hitting some good shots. You're missing a couple shots here and there. We all miss shots. It happens, right? Flight control's been pretty good. You have good movement. You have good understanding of the kit. But you gotta take time in between each team fight and give time for things to settle. Sometimes, maybe like your Ana needs time to reload. Your Moira just needs to get to full HP. Your teammates have no cooldowns. So just wait a second. Just take an extra 2 seconds. And again, that could be the make or break between you winning the game, losing the game, hard feeding, looking like you're carrying the game. All of that. There's so many different variations. So just, as I said, you're going the Danny DeVito where you're going like, oh, I'm just started blasting. Pull back on that a bit. Make sure your teammates are good after a one-team fight or before you go in, and then make your play. Because right now, that's not what you're doing. You're basically just kind of feeding in, and if you get the kills, you get the kills great, and if you don't, it's like, well, what is everybody doing? It's like, sometimes they're dealing with the same thing as the Junkrat trap you saw in the right-hand corner. I can't say anything about that, though, because if there's a Junkrat trap on the map, I find it, and I'm in it, so. But I did see that. I can see, you know what, in hindsight now, oh, holy crap, 1 second. In hindsight now, I can see why chat's always like, oh, you didn't see that? Dude, sometimes when you're playing, you're not looking there, right? Sometimes when you're playing Overwatch, you're just not looking in that area, and that's what happens. You know what I mean? You just don't see it. I saw it clear as day there on the top, on the corner of the stairs. Clear as day. But when you're playing, you don't see it as much, so. This Mercy has one play style, and that's, if my teammates die, I'm rezzing right away. And it works, and sometimes it doesn't. But you know what? I respect it. Yep. That was you weren't thinking about what the Ryan was doing, and you were going to fly up top. How do I know that? I do that on D.Va all the time. That's how I get pinned by Ryans all the time. I'm like, oh, my play is I'm going to charge. That one I got nothing for you. That one was obvious, but. Yeah. Again, aggressive. I mean, you're getting kills, so like you're gonna have a numbers advantage, but like numbers advantages are huge. Like this is a situation where you could still lose this team fight because then their teammates will be back in time with a better retake, and then you lose that, right? So he says, you think you thought you had the game easy, and then you got tilted when you fed. I mean, that can happen. I mean, you like there's I mean, I get like, you know, I'll get mad at myself when I go in and I overfeed. Like, you can probably hear me say that. I'm like, damn, like I shouldn't have done that. Like, well, why was I being aggressive? What was I doing? That's why sometimes it can be good to watch games back if like if you really want to keep getting better. And like the reason why I say that is because sometimes in real time you're not able to pick up on what's happening. So like you need to look at it to understand, wait a second, this was not going how I thought it was going. Right? Like this was not I thought this was going way different. Now that I look at it, like, damn, I was feeding. Right? So that's why sometimes, you know, when you get into that mode, it's like, okay, you know, let me just go see what happened here. Because you said that you usually don't say anything and that you got mad about this game, but like all I've seen out of you most of this game, outside of, once again, you've had some good aim and you've had good movement, is you just hard feed in and then you fall over. And like your teammates, no matter what rank you're in, probably won't be able to keep you up during that. They just probably won't. So like, remember, resetting is huge in these team fights. I always say this. I promise you, most of the time, I say most of the time, there could be outliers. Your supports want to heal you. The easier you make it on your supports to heal you, the better the game will go for you. Okay? Nice nano by your teammate. Good kill on the Torb. Good kills. Nice job. Good play. Excellent play. And again, as I've been saying to you, I think you've had great moments, right? But right there, you did that with your team and you worked together with your teammates. That's why that play was successful. Not because you flew in there randomly without any nano or anything else, right? Should show the point of view of the supports? Yeah, sure. You ready? Okay, I'm your Ana trying to heal you. Yeah, no, I got you. I did read that part. But look at this. Like, do you see what I'm saying? How like, your support wants to heal you. How can your support heal you right here? Let's go look at your Moira. How can your Moira heal you when, like, you have to worry about the cart in overtime? Right? Do you see this point of view? I promise you, your support here wants to heal you. And this goes for any tank player. Keep in mind, tanks, you know, the role I play a lot of them. You know, it's this is why I always say, your supports want to heal you. But many times, players are like, well, they'll find a way to heal me. I'm going to go play the way I want to play. This is why I stress positioning so much. The thing here is, like, if you just angle yourself at the window here, right, you can make a similar play. You can maybe debate the Rhine out of there, right? This play, if you just prioritize position and thinking about line of sights for your supports, becomes so much better for you, right? And so the thing is, if you're not in the backline, how do you get value? Well, that's what I'm explaining right now. Back up 4 feet. You ready? You're now in the backline, and your Ana right here look at your Ana over here. Look it. See? Now they can heal you. Now you're in a very good spot. You're in the backline. You're in the backline. And then if they overcommit to you, right? If they overcommit to you, rather than have to use a cooldown out, you just hit your back button, and now you fall down here. Your Moira's here to heal you. The cart's there, and your Ana's here. So you've accomplished backline pressure, survivability, and now your Ana can get ult charged for the next support ultimate if need be. See how it has like this domino effect here? So like, again, you have an idea of you want to go to the backline, but I talk about it. Right idea, wrong timing. So you need to learn your timings here. Always prioritize line of sight for your supports. I'm telling you, it will be so much easier. You probably hear me say this all the time on stream where I go, that's on me. I didn't realize where my supports were set up. And what I mean by that is not, oh, I'm not getting healed. It's like, holy crap, I overcommitted to this because I didn't take the extra second I needed to look at where the line of sight of my supports were. It's also the same reason why when I play support, I always let my tank know, like, this is where I am. This is where I can heal you from. If you go past that, that is on you. I can't readjust. If I could readjust my position and to work with you in the spot that you want to go, I would. But unfortunately, I'm getting spammed out by a Junkrat and a Pharah, and I need this location to heal you. If you go anywhere past that, good luck, right? And a lot of the time, the tank will work with me and fall back, and then I keep them alive, and we just win, right? So, again, right, try your best to look where your supports are, or think about, even if you don't know where your supports are, think about where a support could see you. So now you know this window is a spot where you can get healed. So next time you're in this situation, make that adjustment. So I know I went a little bit deeper on this one and kind of paused for a little bit longer, but like, I think it's a good thing to let people know that your supports want to heal you. You need to find better line of sights to be able to work with your supports. I'm telling you, it will get so much better if you start to think about that type of stuff. Now you all, once again, if you get 5 kills with this, great. If you don't, but still, point being is, here you are. There you go. Are Capri Sun's still like a huge thing nowadays, or is that like... When I was a kid, it was like, yo, you got a Capri Sun? Dude. Holy crap. What flavor you got? That was just an unlucky play on your Junkrat there. That was... It's ironic that D.Va said the teamwork line. Yep. I mean, this is, again, you're out of line of sight, but at the same time, you also kind of lost somebody early. So, yeah, there you go. Good job getting out. Recognizing you can't take that engagement. This is more of what you would want to do, by the way, too. Good job. You took the good D.Va perk, too, by the way, which I didn't talk too much about the perks, but the shield one's great. I'm okay with this for now. I want to point out, after you got the kill, I want to talk about an aggressive play that is okay. This is fine for now. And the reason why this is fine for now is because you're not going to get rolled by this Lucio. But what I don't want to do is see you overcommit to the Lucio, which it looks like you're not. You're basically understanding that, like, I can't take this fight, I'm going to get out. So, again, if you can escape out, it's fine, what you did. Darkrat's behind you, yep. Lucio is just randomly going to cart. That was something. Good kill. I don't even care if you get out of here during this one. Do you see what you're doing wrong? Again, I mean, like, there's no one's going to be able to... Like, your Moira is trying to fade into this room to heal you. Let's go look at your Ana. Oh, yeah. If Ana had a perk that could heal through 3 walls, you'd be good to go. All right? There was this game I played years ago when I was a kid. It was called Perfect Dark. And there was a gun called the Farsight. If you had the Farsight, you'd be able to heal this D.Va. You don't have that in Overwatch. So... Okay, anyway. Was it called Farsight? I think it was. You could shoot through walls, that's all I remember. The Farsight was banned at your house? Okay, so that's what it was called? Okay, I was right. Be careful. Be careful. Again, you're in a small room with a Reinhardt, so, like, you... Just be careful of overcommitting to this team fight. Hey, listen, Perfect Dark was like the sequel to GoldenEye. Good timing by you. So let's talk about that, by the way. Like, I just talked about timings. That was a great play by the Reinhardt, but also a great timing by you on a D.Va ult, and then you get a kill and you basically trade out. I would say that's probably on your Ana there, of giving you the nano. Little side note, I mean, I do this sometimes too when I'm playing support, but let your tank know or like get confirmation from your tank on that if you're going to get, just to make sure the cooldowns are there. Get out again. You're fine for now. Fly over the top. Try to DM if you can. It's going to be tough because of the Ryan, though. If you can kill the Ryan, that'd be huge. Nice. Go for Soldier. Good job grabbing the mini. Good health pack awareness. I mean, that was just a good play by Soldier. Good peel by Lucio. This is a weird spot because I don't know if you're going to be able to get back in time. It depends how quickly the cart moves. That might be it. Yeah, in hindsight, you probably reset there.
Thanks, as always, for the great movie timed moment.
Thank you for the 10 months. Actually, you get back in time. Great tire by your Junkrat. Okay, make it back. Okay, I'm going to pause for a second. Because I haven't even seen anything yet, but remember, I want you to remember one thing during all of this, okay? You got a bunch of kills, you have a bunch of stuff. Remember, everybody's getting back, and you're in a weird spot of overtime, right? So, like, I just want to point out that in this situation, we're in overtime. So let's talk about this. You're in overtime, you got a couple kills. So far, so good. But you guys remember that you also need your teammates to get back. You have mobility, you get there quick. So what you want to do is play to live the whole time on this side of the cart, get healed up by your Ana, and then go back in. If you overfeed this, you get demeched, it gets wild, and then the game gets kind of like in a unique spot. You've done what you need to do so far to give yourself a chance, okay? You got the kills. Your teammates are almost all back, and you're about to have a numbers advantage, and you have a numbers advantage from a hero that could pretty much win the team fight. okay? Especially in this like chaotic overtime. So at this point, what I would do is buy some time. And what that means is you wait a second. You play here, and you get healed. And the reason why this is what you would do is because they have two options here. They overcommit to try to kill you and get rolled, or they also have to wait. You get stuck in a standstill. But right now, they don't have anybody spawning up for a bit because of overtime spawns. So the advantage is in your favor right now. A full HP D.Va against this right here, guaranteed at least one kill. Guaranteed. It has to be an amazing play by one of them to like really stop you from doing that. Add in your Junkrat who's almost here, you win the game. Obviously, there's a chance they can win it, right? But like, that's what you do. So you play it safe here, right? You stay on your side of the cart, right? But even there, the only reason why you went backwards was because the Lucio pooped you backwards. Oh my, you ran into the Junkrat mines. Again, on you. You could have avoided that. Ryan's back now. The Junkrat's made it to points, got the kill. I'm going to switch spectator views now. Right? Mercy's low in the back line, but now your teammates are in a weird spot because the Ryan's back. Right? And then you lose the game. Right? But do you now see why I was trying to like tell you that gameplay? All you needed to do in this situation was survive. That's all you needed to do. And you can sit there and be like, oh, my teammates, you know, did this and I carried, etc. But like in the end, when it came down to like the decision makings you needed to make, a lot of the time you chose to be aggressive and just fall over. That was a situation where all you needed to do was play to live after the initial kills. Play to live after the initial kills. Game's over. Because you're more than likely going to be able to go in. You're going to get kills. You're going to have numbers. And you probably kill the Mercy because the Mercy's going to go for the immediate res that we've seen the whole game. So, listen, you have some good plays here. Mechanics look pretty good at times. Aim's looking pretty good. You know, your flight control, good defense matrix management at times. You did a good job in that sense. There's a lot of good to work with here when what you have. You want to keep increasing that. But you got to stop just going in as D.Va, flying in, and then getting yourself rolled over and over again. Take time to reset. So two things to work on. Think about your before you go in right away. I want you to be like, okay, I need 1 second. Just give yourself 1 second every time and see what happens at that point, okay? Maybe 2 seconds if you find you're still feeded. Top of that, I want you to start thinking about line of sight of your supports. Where to position yourself. If you're going to fly in, can your support see you? Etc. Obviously, if it's a free kill on a Junkrat and it's just a 1v1, that's a different story. You're going to kill the Junkrat. But like, think about line of sight. Think about where your teammates are at. You do that, you're going to be in a good spot, okay? You can do this, all right? That's all you got to do. You make those adjustments, you're going to see a climb. It will happen, all right? You got this. You absolutely got this. If you like the video, hit the like button. Subscribe to all the YouTubes if you haven't. Leave a comment. All of it helps. You want to submit your own spectating. Description below. My Discord, that's where we do that. We also record these live on stream. You can see the Twitch chat below the webcam. Also stream on YouTube. So stop by if you haven't. We have a lot of fun here. With that being said, hope you all have an amazing day/night.